أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
وإذ قال موسى لفتاه لا أبرح حتى أبلغ مجمع البحرين أو أمضي حقبا.
Translation. And recall when Musa a.s. said to his assistant, I will not give up until I reach the place where the two seas meet, even if I have to march on for ages.
فلما بلغا مجمع بينهما نسيا حوتهما فاتخذ سبيله في البحر سربا.
Translation. But when they reached the junction where the two seas meet, they forgot their fish, which made its way into the sea and swam away.
فلما جاوزا قال لفتاه آتنا غداءنا لقد لقينا من سفرنا هذا نصبا.
Translation. So when they had gone beyond that place, Musa a.s. said to his assistant, Bring our breakfast. We have indeed faced great exertion in this journey of ours.
قال أرأيت إذ أوينا إلى الصخرة فإني نسيت الحوت وما أنسانيه إلا الشيطان أن أذكره واتخذ سبيله في البحر عجبا.
Translation. He said, Would you believe it? I forgot the fish on the rock where we had rested. Only Satan made me forget to mention this. But the wonder is the fish escaped to the sea.
قال ذلك ما كنا نبغ فارتدا على آثارهما قصصا.
Translation. Said Musa alayhi salam, This is exactly what we were seeking. So they came back retracing their steps.
فوجدا عبدا من عبادنا آتيناه رحمة من عندنا وعلمناه من لدنا علما.
Translation. So they found a servant, Khizr alayhi salam, from among our chosen servants, to whom we had given mercy from us, and had bestowed him inspired knowledge.
قال له موسى هل أتبعك على أن تعلمني مما علمت رشدا.
Translation. Musa alayhi salam said to him, May I stay with you upon the condition that you will teach me the inspired knowledge that you have been taught by Allah?
قال إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا.
Translation. He said, But you may not have patience with me.
وكيف تصبر على ما لم تحط به خبرا.
Translation. And how can you have patience on minute issues that are not to be encompassed by you as an apostle of Allah?
قال ستجدني إن شاء الله صابرا ولا أعصي لك أمرا.
Translation. He, Musa alayhi salam, said, You will find me patient, if Allah so wills and allows me to, and I will not disagree with you in anything.
قال فإن اتبعتني فلا تسألني عن شيء حتى أحدث لك منه ذكرا.
Translation: He, Khidr alayhi salam, said, "If you stay with me, then kindly do not ask me about anything until I myself mention it to you." Explanation: Musa alayhi salam was one among the pivotal apostles of Allah. He had come to guide his people, the children of Israel, with the new Sharia and scripture. He was later followed by many of the prophets of the children of Israel. There are differences of opinions among scholars about Khidr alayhi salam. Some people consider him to be a prophet and others consider him to be a wali Allah. Allah and His Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam know best. Whatever may be the case, he was a chosen servant of Allah, on whom Allah has bestowed fractional knowledge of certain things. Whether Khidr alayhi salam was a prophet or wali Allah, in either case he was under the Sharia of Prophet Musa alayhi salam because he was an apostle of Allah. The actions of Khidr alayhi salam were based on the reasoning which was different from the general reasoning followed by common people. Allah wanted to teach us that there are some chosen servants in the world, awliya Allah, from whom He is taking specific works which cannot be understood by general people. Musa alayhi salam was the apostle of Allah and Khidr alayhi salam was surely his follower at that time, guided by the Sharia of Musa alayhi salam. And he was indeed following Prophet Musa alayhi salam's Sharia but in a different format. Allah explained things to His servants in many ways. Here, Musa alayhi salam is showing unawareness about the cause of the actions of Khidr alayhi salam, and Khidr alayhi salam is depicting that the actions of the chosen servants of Allah are based on special knowledge provided to them by Allah. This is the reason that the truthful awliya Allah avoid popularity, stay secluded and act as per the knowledge provided to them. It is in Hadith. It is narrated on the authority of Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, who said, "I have memorized two kinds of knowledge from Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have propagated one of them to you, and if I propagated the second, then my throat would be cut by the people." Bukhari, book number 1.
فانطلقا حتى إذا ركبا في السفينة خرقها قال أخرقتها لتغرق أهلها لقد جئت شيئا إمرا.
Translation: So both of them set forth until they embarked on a boat. Khidr alayhi salam bored a hole in the boat. Musa alayhi salam said, "Have you bored a hole? It may drown the people aboard. Surely you have done something strange."
قال ألم أقل إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا.
Translation: Khidr alayhi salam said, "Did I not tell you that you would not be able to restrain yourself in my company?"
قال لا تؤاخذني بما نسيت ولا ترهقني من أمري عسرا.
Translation: Musa alayhi salam said, "Do not blame me for having forgotten and do not demand of me something which is too difficult."
فانطلقا حتى إذا لقيا غلاما فقتله قال أقتلت نفسا زكية بغير نفس قال أقتلت نفسا زكية بغير نفس لقد جئت شيئا نكرا.
Translation: Then they both proceeded till they met a boy. Khidr alayhi salam killed him. Musa alayhi salam said, "Have you killed a harmless soul without any retribution due for anyone killed? Indeed, you have done a horrible thing."
قال ألم أقل لك إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا.
Translation: Khidr alayhi salam said, "Did I not tell you that you would not be able to keep patience in my company?"
قال إن سألتك عن شيء بعدها فلا تصاحبني قد بلغت من لدني عذرا.
Translation. Said Musa alayhi salam, if I ask you anything after this, do not stay with me. Indeed, your condition from me is fulfilled.
فانطلقا حتى إذا أتيا أهل قرية استطعما أهلها فأبوا أن يضيفوهما فوجدا فيها جدارا يريد أن ينقض فأقامه قال لو شئت لاتخذت عليه أجرا.
Translation. The two went on till they came upon some villagers and asked the people for food, but they refused to entertain them. There they found a wall that was crumbling, which he repaired. Musa alayhi salam remarked, you could have demanded wages for it if you liked, since they did not give us food.
قال هذا فراق بيني وبينك سأنبئك بتأويل ما لم تستطع عليه صبرا.
Translation. Khizr alayhi salam said, this is the parting of our ways, but I will now explain the things for which you could not restrain.
أما السفينة فكانت لمساكين يعملون في البحر فأردت أن أعيبها وكان وراءهم ملك يأخذ كل سفينة غصبا.
Translation. As for the boat, it belonged to some poor people who work on the sea. I wanted to make it defective because there was a king after them who was seizing every boat by force.
وأما الغلام فكان أبواه مؤمنين فخشينا أن يرهقهما طغيانا وكفرا.
Translation. And for the boy, his parents were Muslims, and we feared that he may incite them to rebellion and disbelief.
فأردنا أن يبدلهما ربهما خيرا منه زكاة وأقرب رحما.
Translation. We hoped their Lord would give them a substitute better than him in virtue and goodness.
وأما الجدار فكان لغلامين يتيمين في المدينة وكان تحته كنز لهما وكان أبوهما صالحا فأراد ربك أن يبلغا أشدهما ويستخرجا كنزهما رحمة من ربك وما فعلته عن أمري ذلك تأويل ما لم تسطع عليه صبرا.
Translation. And as for the wall, it belonged to two orphan boys of the town, and beneath it was their treasure, and their father was a virtuous man. Therefore, your Lord willed that they should reach their maturity and remove their treasure by the mercy of your Lord, and I have not done this at my own accord. These are the interpretations of the matters you could not patiently restrain. Explanation. The above verse makes it abundantly clear that if you have Sahih Iman and lead your life as per the commandments of Allah and His Apostle Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah will not only protect you but also will protect your children's welfare in both the worlds. It is observed that most of the parents among Muslims spend their lifetime and their resources in looking after the welfare of their children only in this world. They focus their efforts in making their children medical doctors, engineers, business leaders by sending them to big universities and business schools, but forget to teach them Islam and the requirement of leading their lives as practicing Muslims. The results of their efforts leads their children to the prosperity of the world, but they become victims of influences and teachings of unbelievers and deviant sects and go astray. The priority is to make your children good Muslims as well as make them stand on their feet financially.
ويسألونك عن ذي القرنين قل سأتلو عليكم منه ذكرا.
Translation: They ask you about Dhul Qarnayn. Say, I will narrate to you about him.
إنا مكنا له في الأرض وآتيناه من كل شيء سببا.
Translation: Indeed, we gave him authority in the land and bestowed him the means of everything.
فأتبع سببا.
Translation: He traveled on a certain road.
حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب في عين حمئة ووجد عندها قوما قلنا يا ذا القرنين إما أن تعذب وإما أن تتخذ فيهم حسنا.
Translation: To an extent that when he reached the setting place of the sun, he found it setting in a muddy spring and found a nation there. We said, O Dhul Qarnayn, we have given you authority. Either punish them or be kind to them.
قال أما من ظلم فسوف نعذبه ثم يرد إلى ربه فيعذبه عذابا نكرا.
Translation: He said, I shall punish whosoever is wicked. He will then be sent back to his Lord, who will inflict on him a terrible punishment.
وَأَمَّا مَنْ آمَنَ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا فَلَهُ جَزَاءً الْحُسْنَى وَسَنَقُولُ لَهُ مِنْ أَمْرِنَا يُسْرًا.
Translation: But he who believes and does good deeds will have an excellent reward from his Lord. Also, we will issue commands making things easy for him.
ثُمَّ أَتْبَعَ سَبَبًا.
Translation: Then he followed another road.
حتى إذا بلغ مطلع الشمس وجدها تطلع على قوم لم نجعل لهم من دونها سترا.
Translation: Till he reached the rising place of the sun, he found it rising upon a nation for which we had not kept any shelter from it, sun.
كذلك وقد أحطنا بما لديه خبرا.
Translation: So it is, and our knowledge encompasses all that he possessed.
ثم أتبع سببا.
Translation: Then he followed another road.
حتى إذا بلغ بين السدين وجد من دونهما قوما لا يكادون يفقهون قولا.
Translation: until he reached a place between two mountains where he found a people who could hardly follow a word he was saying.
قالوا يا ذا القرنين إن يأجوج ومأجوج مفسدون في الأرض فهل نجعل لك خرجا على أن تجعل بيننا وبينهم سدا.
Translation. They said, O Dhul-Qarnayn, Yajuj and Majuj, Gog and Magog are causing disorder in this land. May we pay you some amount as tribute so that you set a barrier between us and them?
قال ما مكني فيه ربي خير فأعينوني بقوة أجعل بينكم وبينهم ردما.
Translation. He replied, What Allah has given me is much better than the money you are offering me. Therefore, help me with strength, manpower. I shall set up a barrier between you and them.
آتوني زبر الحديد حتى إذا ساوى بين الصدفين قال انفخوا حتى إذا جعله نارا قال آتوني أفرغ عليه قطرا.
Translation. He said, Bring me ingots of iron, which they did, until the space between two mountainsides was filled up. Blow your bellows, he said, and they blew, until it was red hot. Bring me molten brass, he said, so that I may pour over it.
فما استطاعوا أن يظهروه وما استطاعوا له نقبا.
Translation. So they, Yajuj and Majuj, were not able to scale it, nor could they make a hole in it. Explanation. From the above verses, it is clear that Dhul-Qarnayn was a virtuous emperor who had authority on a vast region of the world. He also enjoyed the mercy of Allah abundantly. Yajuj and Majuj have been mentioned in Quran in two surahs. First, Al-Kahf, verses 94 to 97, and second, Surah Al-Anbiya, verse 96. First, it is in Quran, until when the confinement of Yajuj and Majuj has been opened and they swoop down from every elevated place. Al-Anbiya 96. Second, it is in Hadith. It is related on the authority of Abu Sa'id al-Qudri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu that he said, I heard the Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, Yajuj and Majuj will be let loose from their confinement and will emerge upon mankind as Allah says. They will overwhelm the people and Muslims will retreat to their cities and strongholds, taking their flocks, animals with them. Yajuj and Majuj will drink all the water of the land wherever they go, until they will pass over a river and drink it dry. Those who come after them will pass by that place and will say, There used to be water here once. Then there will be no one left among people except those who are in their strongholds and cities. Then one of them will say, We have defeated the people of the earth, now the people of heaven are left. One of them will shake his spear and hurl it into the sky, and it will come back stained with something like blood, as a test and a trial for them. While this is happening, Allah will send a worm in their necks, like the worm that is found in date stones or in the nostrils of sheep, and they will die and their clamor will cease. Then the Muslims will say, Who will volunteer to find out what the enemy is doing? One of them will step forward and volunteer, knowing that he will likely be killed. He will go down and will find them dead, lying on top of one another. Then he will call out, O Muslims, rejoice that Allah has sufficed you against your enemy. Then they will come out of their cities and strongholds and will let their flocks, animals, out to graze. But they will have nothing to graze upon except the flesh of Yajuj and Majuj. But it will fill them better than any vegetation they have ever eaten before. Imam Ahmad Ibn Majah. From the above hadith, it is clear that Yajuj and Majuj will focus on the downland areas in search of water to drink, and they will destroy whatever comes their way. They will not go upland, hilly areas thinking that there is no water over there. Third, it is in hadith. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu reported that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, every day Yajuj and Majuj are trying to dig a way out through the barrier. When they begin to see sunlight through it, the one who is in charge says, go back, you can carry on digging tomorrow. But when they come back, they will find the opening closed and the barrier more stronger than it was before. This will continue until their time comes and Allah wishes to send them forth. They will dig until they begin to see sunlight. Then the one who is in charge will say, go back, you can carry on digging tomorrow, insha'Allah. In this case, he will make an exception by saying, insha'Allah, thus relating the matter to the will of Allah. They will return on the following day and will find the hole as they left it. They will carry on digging and come out against the people. They will drink all the water and the people will entrench themselves in their fortresses. Yajuj and Majuj will fire their arrows into the sky and they will fall back to earth with something like blood on them. They will say, we have defeated the people of earth and overcome the people of heaven. Then Allah will send a kind of worm in the napes of their necks and they will be killed by it. By him in whose hand is the soul of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the beasts of the earth will become fat by eating their flesh. Tirmidhi, Ibn Majah, Musnad, Ahmad. Fourth, it is in hadith. An-Nawas bin Saman al-Kilabi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that the Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned about Dajjal one morning. Sometimes he described him as insignificant and sometimes he described him as so significant that we felt as if he was in the cluster of palm trees. After describing about Dajjal and the descent of Isa alayhi salam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, then Allah will send Yajuj and Majuj. Isa alayhi salam and his companions will implore to Allah and Allah will send against them insects which will attack their necks and in the morning they will perish. Then Isa alayhi salam and his companions will come down and they will not find a single spot on earth that is free from their putrefaction and stench. Then Isa alayhi salam and his companions will again implore Allah and he will send birds with necks like those of wild Bactrian camels and they will carry them and throw them wherever Allah wills. Ibn Jabir said, Ata bin Yazid as-Saksaki told me from Kaab or someone else, they will throw them into Al-Mahbal. Ibn Jabir, I said, O Abu Yazid, where is Al-Mahbal? He said, in the east where the sun rises. He said, then Allah will send rain which no house of clay or tent of camel's hair will be able to keep out for 40 days and the earth will be washed until it looks like a mirror. Musnad Ahmad, part of the hadith. Fifth, it is in hadith. The Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to Al-Mu'mineen Zainab radiallahu ta'ala anha one day in a state of alarm saying, Woe to the Arabs, a great evil has drawn nigh. Today a hole has appeared in the rampart of Yajuj and Majuj, the size of this, and he made a ring shape with his thumb and index. Al-Mu'mineen Zainab bint Jahash radiyallahu ta'ala anha said, O Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, will we be destroyed while they are righteous from among us? He answered, Indeed, if wickedness becomes rife. Bukhari. From the above hadith, it is clear that Yajuj and Majuj and their place of confinement is kept hidden from general people. The Prophet ﷺ is aware of it. It is also possible that Prophet ﷺ has disclosed these facts to some of his Sahaba and Awliya Allah. It is in hadith. It is narrated on the authority of Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, who said, I have memorized two kinds of knowledge from Allah's Apostle ﷺ. I have propagated one of them to you, and if I propagated the second, then my throat would be cut by the people. Bukhari, book number 1. From the above Quranic verses and related hadith, it is not clear that Yajuj and Majuj are from human beings. Unlike Dajjal, who will attempt to mislead people away from Allah, the entire tribulation of Yajuj and Majuj seems to be drinking, emptying and destructing of earth's water resources, thereby killing people out of thirst and starvation. Are Yajuj and Majuj human beings or non-human beings? Are they only two monsters, Yajuj being the male and Majuj being female? Allah and His Apostle ﷺ know best about them. There are differences of opinion among scholars about Yajuj and Majuj. Some say they are two non-human monsters who will have some human followers. Their state is similar to Dajjal, who will also have human followers. The death of Yajuj and Majuj will also mark the death of their followers, and their bodies will stink horribly after their death. Some people who are influenced by stories in Bible, Ezekiel 38, 1-4, claim that Yajuj and Majuj, Gog and Magog, are the human beings residing in Europe, Russia, Turkey, etc.
قال هذا رحمة من ربي فإذا جاء وعد ربي جعله دكاء وكان وعد ربي حقا.
Translation. He said, "This is a mercy from my Lord, but when the promise of my Lord comes to pass, He will make it level with the ground, and the promise of my Lord is indeed true."
وتركنا بعضهم يومئذ يموج في بعض ونفخ في الصور فجمعناهم جمعا.
Translation. On that day of resurrection, there will be a lot of confusion and stampede among people, and we will let them surge over one another, and the trumpet will be blown, and we will gather all of them together.
وعرضنا جهنم يومئذ للكافرين عرضا.
Translation. And we will display hell on that day in front of the disbelievers.
الذين كانت أعينهم في غطاء عن ذكري وكانوا لا يستطيعون سمعا.
Translation. In the world, these unbelievers' eyes had been veiled from my message, and they also could not hear it.
أفحسب الذين كفروا أن يتخذوا عبادي من دوني أولياء إنا أعتدنا جهنم للكافرين نزلا.
Translation. Do the unbelievers think they can make my own creatures their protectors against me? We have prepared hell for the hospitality of these infidels.
قل هل ننبئكم بالأخسرين أعمالا.
Translation. Say, shall I inform you who are the greatest losers in respect of their deeds?
الذين ضل سعيهم في الحياة الدنيا وهم يحسبون أنهم يحسنون صنعا.
Translation. They are those whose efforts are in vain in this worldly life while they think they are doing good.
أولئك الذين كفروا بآيات ربهم ولقائه فحبطت أعمالهم فلا نقيم لهم يوم القيامة وزنا.
Translation. They are those who deny the signs of their Lord and the fact of their having to meet Him in the hereafter. Vain will be their deeds, nor shall we, on the day of judgment, will give them any weight.
ذلك جزاؤهم جهنم بما كفروا واتخذوا آياتي ورسلي هزوا.
Translation. Hell is their recompense for having denied the truth and ridicule of my signs and my apostles.
إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات كانت لهم جنات الفردوس نزلا.
Translation: But surely those who believe and do good deeds will have gardens of paradise as gift.
خالدين فيها لا يبغون عنها حولا.
Translation: They will abide therein forever, never wishing to go away from there.
قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا.
Translation: Say, if the sea were ink for writing the words of my Lord, the sea would run out long before the words of my Lord ran out, even if we were to add another sea to it.
قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا.
Translation: Say, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am a human like yourself, but my Lord sends divine revelations to me. Indeed, your God is only one God. So whoever expects to meet his Lord must perform good deeds and not ascribe anyone as partner in the worship of his Lord. Explanation: We will discuss briefly about the meaning of Say, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am a human being like yourselves. It is important to note that there is a difference between saying, Say, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am a human being, and Say, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am a human being like yourselves. The above verse describes Basharum Mislikum. If Allah wanted to emphasize on the ordinary human aspect of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the above verse could have been, Say, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am a human being. But in this verse, there is an addition of word mislikum, meaning like you in looks or in the pattern of general human beings. By adding the word mislikum, Allah is emphasizing the distinction of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from general human beings. This aspect is made clear from the rest of the verse. I am the apostle of Allah, which makes me distinct from all of you. Our understanding of this verse is also supported from the many Quranic verses and a hadith. It is in Quran, from Allah has come to you a light and a book manifest. Al-Ma'idah 15. The above verse is very clear in describing Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as Noor from Allah. In the exegesis tafsir of the above verse, many well-known ulama have confirmed that the light refers to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is in hadith narrated by Ibn Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, and Anas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kept fast after fast, sometimes 5 days in a row. Sahaba tried to emulate, follow his practice, but realized it was not possible. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told his companions, I am not like you. I live with my sustainer who feeds and provides me with drink. Bukhari, Muslim. 3 things are established from the above hadith. First, he is not like any normal human being. He is placed at an exalted state, Maqam-e Mahmud, as described in verse. Allah will raise you to the highest place of praise and glory. Al-Isra 79. Second, bodily he lives in this world, but spiritually he lives with his sustainer. Third, Allah provides him with special spiritual food and drink. The Quran is full of the descriptions of exclusive features of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We need to take all these verses into consideration to understand the fact of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those who focus their attention on the physical body of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam lose sight of the distinctive aspect of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and start equating him with general sinful human beings and ensure their permanent residence in hell. Christians did the same mistake. They focused too much attention on the spiritual aspect of Prophet Isa alayhi salam and his miraculous birth and started claiming him to be Son of God. The problem with deviant sects like Kharijis, Salafis, Deobandis and their like-minded groups is that the things which are visible to the normal physical eyes are also ignored by them. They do not pay attention to the fact that there is a commonality which is common in two things, but it is the distinction which is the deciding factor of excellence. They should know that between human being and animals there are many commonalities. The animals are living beings, they eat and they reproduce their species. These are commonalities between animals and human beings. But the distinction between the two is that human beings are crowned with common sense, intelligence, therefore they are made masters of the world. They should know that there are many commonalities between believers and non-believers as well. The distinction between the two is the Islamic faith. Because of this distinction, one will go to paradise and the other will be burned in hellfire permanently. Meccan apostates like Abu Jahl and others used to say, what is the difference between him, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and other people of Makkah as he lives a life of normal human being? The deviant sects follow their example. It is in Quran. The apostates of Makkah used to say, what is there in this apostle ﷺ and other people of Makkah as he lives a life of a normal human being? He eats food like us and goes to around the markets like us. Al-Furqan 7. But Sahaba never used to think on these lines and they never compared Prophet Muhammad ﷺ with the general human beings. They looked at Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's life as an absolute miracle of Allah. To them, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has been an unusual phenomenon of Allah's omnipotence. It is in Hadith, Miswar radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrate the account of the treaty of Al-Hudaybiyah in which Urwa came to Prophet ﷺ to negotiate its terms and when returned to his people and said, O people, by Allah, I have been to the kings and to Caesar, Khusra and An-Najshi. Yet I have never seen any of them respected by his courtiers as much as Muhammad ﷺ is respected by his companions. By Allah, if he spat, the spittle would fall in the hand of one of them, Sahaba, who would rub it on his face and skin. If he ordered them, they would carry out his order immediately. If he performed ablution, they would struggle to take the remaining water, and when they spoke, they would lower their voices and would not look at his face constantly out of respect. Bukhari, Ahmad, Tabrani, Ibn Hibban, Bayhaqi, etc. It is in Quran. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ does not say anything with his self-desire, except that this is the revelation which is coming to him from Allah. An-Najm 3-4. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ represents humanity in all his actions. He shows happiness on certain things and displeasure on certain things. He shows foreknowledge of certain things and his unawareness of certain things. He pleads with Almighty for his forgiveness. He walks on streets like normal human beings. He fights with infidels along with his companions, and sometimes the results of the battles are inconclusive and sometimes he wins. He becomes concerned when something goes wrong with his family members and his companions and shares happiness with him on happy occasions. Why it is so? Did you ever think about that? Read the following Quranic verse to understand this phenomenon. It is in Quran. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is an exemplary model for all of you. Al-Ahzab 21. He is an icon of humanity and of all creations. Since he is the root of all creations, therefore, whatever form Allah chose for him to manifest, he will show that form's perfection. In other words, he is a perfect human being. Like him, there is none. He represents various facets of humanity at various stages of his life. Sometimes he shows utmost humility of a desperate human being, and on the other occasions, pointing his finger towards the moon, splits it into two, which was witnessed by all Quraysh. This miracle is mentioned in Holy Quran as well. It is in Quran, the hour, the day of resurrection came near and the moon was split, and if they see any sign, they turn their faces and say, this is magic perpetual. Al-Qamar 1-2. It is in Hadith. It is narrated by Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told his companions, I am not like you. I live with my sustainer, Rabbul Alameen, who feeds and provides me with drink. Bukhari, Muslim. It is established from Quran and Hadith that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the root of all creation. It is in Hadith. It is related that Jabir ibn Abd Allah radiallahu ta'ala anhu said to Prophet ﷺ, O Apostle of Allah ﷺ, may my father and mother be sacrificed for you. Tell me the first thing Allah created before all things. The Prophet ﷺ said, O Jabir radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the first thing Allah created was the light of your Prophet ﷺ from his light, and everything else was created from that light. Part of Hadith. The above Hadith was narrated by Abd al-Razzaq D. 211 AH in his Musannaf according to Khastalani in Al-Mawahib al-Dunya 1-55 and Zarqani in his Shar al-Mawahib 1-56 of the Matba al-Amira edition, Cairo. There cannot be any doubt as to the reliability of Abd al-Razzaq as a narrator. Bukhari took 120 narrations from him while Muslim took 400. Bayhaqi also narrated the above hadith with a different wording in Dalail al-Nubuwa according to Zurqani in his Shar al-Mawahib 1-56 of the Matba al-Amira, Cairo. Also, the Riyar Bakri narrated it in Tarikh al-Khamis 1-20. The authenticity of the above hadith is also proved from the following Quranic verses and a hadith. First, it is in Quran, O Prophet ﷺ, truly we have sent you as a witness, a bearer of glad tidings and warner for the entire cosmos, and as one who invites to Allah's grace by his consent, and as a lamp spreading light into the whole cosmos. Al-Ahzab 45-46. The above verse describes Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as lamp spreading light into the whole cosmos. He is also referred as a witness, a bearer of glad tidings and warner to humanity. A witness is the one who knows about all the physical and spiritual aspects of this cosmos. Second, it is in Quran. Allah is the light of the heavens and earth. The similitude of His light is as a niche wherein is a lamp. The lamp is in a glass. The glass is as it were a shining star. This lamp is kindled from a blessed tree, an olive neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil would almost glow forth of itself, though no fire touched it. Light upon light, Allah guides to His light whom He will, and Allah speaks to mankind in allegories, for Allah is knower of all things. An-Nur 35. Suyuti said in Al-Riyad al-Aniqa, Ibn Jubair radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Ka'b al-Ahbar radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, what is meant by the second light in light upon light is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as it is also described in verse Al-Ahzab 46 above. Third, it is in Quran, from Allah has come to you a light and a book manifest. Al-Ma'idah 15. The above verse is very clear in describing Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as Nur from Allah. In the exegesis tafsir of the above verse, many well-known ulama have confirmed that the light refers to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. References: first, Suyuti in Tafsir al-Jalalayn. Second, Feruzabadi in the Tafsir Ibn Abbas entitled Tanwir al-Miqbas, page 72. Third, Fakhr al-Din al-Razi in his Tafsir al-Kabir 11-189. Fourth, Khadi Baidawi in his Tafsir entitled Anwar al-Tanzil. Fifth, Al-Baghawi in his Tafsir entitled Ma'lib al-Tanzil 2-23. Sixth, Al-Shirbini in his Tafsir entitled Al-Siraj al-Munir, page 360. Seventh, the author of Tafsir Abi Saud 4-36. Eighth, Thanullah Panipati in his Tafsir Al-Mazhari 3-67. Ninth, Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Qadir Siddiqui Rahmatullah Alayh in his Tafsir Siddiqui. 10. Ibn Jarir al-Tabari in his Tafsir Jami al-Bayan 6-92. 11th, Al-Khazin in his Tafsir 2-28. 12th, Al-Nasafi in his commentary entitled Tafsir al-Madarik 1-276 and Al-Khasimi in his Mahasin at-Tawil 6-1921. 13th, Ahmad al-Sawi in Tafsir al-Jalalayn 1-258. 14th, Sayyid Mahmud al-Alusi in his commentary entitled Tafsir Ruh al-Mani 6-97 and many others. Fourth, it is in Quran, and look, He is who have created you from single soul. Then there is for you a resting place and a depository. Indeed, we have detailed our signs for the people who understand. Al-An'am 98. Some people say that the above verse refers to Prophet Adam alayhi salam. Their contention is true as far as human beings are concerned. But as far as the entire creation is concerned, everything in this cosmos was created from the nur of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sixth, it is in hadith, narrated by Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, when Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, since how long he is the Prophet, he replied, when Adam alayhi salam had not yet had his spirit joined to his body. Tirmidhi. Seventh, it is in Quran, behold, Allah took the covenant promise of all the prophets, saying, I give you a book and wisdom. Then comes to you an apostle, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, confirming what is with you. Do you believe in him and render him help? Allah said, do you agree and take this my covenant as binding on you? They said, we agree. He said, then bear witness, and I am with you among the witnesses. Ali Imran 81. Eighth, it is in hadith. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah gives and I distribute. Bukhari and Muslim. The above hadith establishes the pivotal and central role of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The process of Allah giving and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam distributing is eternal from the time this cosmos came into existence.
صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم.